to our coverage right here on Shaw TV of the 37th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade. I'm one of your hosts, Fiona Forbes.
And I'm Angus Pratt.
And I'm Barb Snellgrove. And of course, you just saw the smoking hot lesbian bikers, and that is, of course, Dykes on Bikes. They customarily start parades all over the world.
And I did notice just married little sign on one of the bikes, so congratulations to the happy couple.
Yes.
Congratulations indeed.
Are you guys ready? The parade has literally just begun, and I have to say, I love Vancouver Pride.
We got color already.
We have the Knights of Malta, which is a non-profit Levi Leather social fraternal society that raises funds and is honor guard for Vancouver's gay community.
Awesome, and awesome costumes kicking things right off. And coming up next, they're just approaching the corner here. We have to say happy Pride to the Greater Vancouver Native Cultural Society. The GVNCS celebrated its beginning of 37 years of peer support and service to the Two-Spirit community. They are a nonprofit community organization offering support to Native individuals coming from rural locations to the gay urban community, and offer a vehicle for the research and study of Native peoples, their traditions, and cultures. Please welcome our newest elected princess, 38, Nias Miyu, Phoenix Rivers, Nias Miyu, together the many Two-Spirit elders, all who have served in the GVNCS as our chief for princess. Welcome and happy Pride.
Happy Pride, GVMCS.
And Chief Al, of course. And the feathers that you see spread it out, but they're doing a blessing down the street as they go along.
That's a beautiful thing.
It is a
Fantastic.
gorgeous thing. Look at the crowds. An incredible day for the Pride Parade today, as always in Vancouver. And of course, now we have the Canadian Aboriginal AIDS Network. It's a national Aboriginal organization, and as such is committed to addressing the issue of HIV within a Native context. Although the beliefs of Aboriginal people vary widely from region to region and from person to person, the agency has made a commitment to conduct its activities in a spirit of Native wholeness and healing. This disease can only be overcome by respecting our differences and accentuating our unity of spirit and strength. The Canadian Aboriginal AIDS Network. That's quite the float.
And look
Isn't
at those
it
costumes.
beautiful? Happy
Yes.
Pride, everybody.
Happy Pride.
Indeed. Lots of color, as is always expected here. God bless you, ladies.
Fantastic.
Hoi, hoi.
Looking great.
Happy Pride. And once again, just a beautiful, wonderfully summery, sunny Vancouver day for the Pride Parade.
Fantastic.
And
Look at that ego.
I think we've got our Grand Marshals
We have
coming
the
up
Grand
next.
Marshals coming up. You're correct. And the first Grand Marshal we have here is Michelle Fortin. And Michelle Fortin has been involved with the community development and community activism since early years and continues that work today, sitting as chair of the CCEC, an activist credit union on Commercial Drive. Coming out late in life by comparison to many of her friends, she felt embraced by the community and immediately found a way to get involved with the Dyke March and Festival Society. Believing in the need for safe spaces, but also committed to inclusion, one of her legacies as she leaves the 5-year role as the president of an improved and positive relationship with the Vancouver Pride Society and Whistler Pride.
And next up is Grand Marshal Romy Chandra Herbert. Romy was born and raised in the beautiful island of Fiji, traditional territory of the Polynesian and Melanesian people. 8 years after arriving in Canada, he started BC's first gay-straight alliance in Maple Ridge and started volunteering with Youth Quest, a rural queer youth organization to help create safe spaces in Surrey, Port Moody, New West, Abbotsford, and Port Alberni. He was instrumental in mobilizing politicians to start funding queer youth programs.
Yeah. And of course, he is joined by his husband, Spencer Chandra Herbert, who is, of course, the MLA provincially. And the third Grand Marshal is Roan Reimer. Roan is a youth transgender activist from the LGBTQ2+ community, working primarily within schools and education. They served as district student representative on the Vancouver School Board's Pride Advisory Committee. While they were on the committee, they were part of writing the revision of the school board's sexual orientation and gender identity policy, and were the first speaker at the public consultation meetings held by the school board in 2014. They became a student figurehead of the movement and advocated through media for months.
We have a very special entry this year with the Jim Diva Celebration of Life. Jim Diva was a pillar of Vancouver LGBTQ2+ community and passed away in 2014 due to a sudden and traumatic incident. Jim has long been an activist, advocate, and community leader. He was co-owner of Little Sisters Book and Art Emporium and a champion of human rights, fighting against censorship and to promote queer literature in Vancouver.
And now the City of Vancouver. The City of Vancouver Park Board, Vancouver Public Library, Fire and Rescue Services, Police Department, and BC Ambulance are Vancouver proud to provide services in a city where over 650,000 people come out each year to show their support to the LGBTQ community during our annual Pride Parade. Celebrating culture, freedom, and community spirit for 37 years, the Pride Parade is a cultural institution in Vancouver and is designated an official civic parade by the city. Happy Pride from Mayor Gregor Robertson, Vancouver City Council, and the city staff.
Okay.
And there is Mayor Gregor Robertson, everybody.
On a scooter.
Yes.
Just zipping past.
The trans flag this year is, of course, proudly flying at City Hall.
Yes, as part of our gender superheroes theme.
There goes the mayor. He's on the scooter with the boa.
There we go.
Yes.
Lots of color from the city of Vancouver.
Mayor Gregor looks like he's having a blast out there.
And of course, here we are as an official saint. It takes great pleasure to the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, the Abbey of the Long Cedar Canoe. Hello, my sisters. Give it up for Vancouver's Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. They are a fully professed house of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, focusing their work in Vancouver on HIV/AIDS, Alma bitches, God bless, darling, and homelessness in the queer community. They exist as an order of 21st century queer nuns who welcome a broad spectrum of genders, sexual orientations, and religious, spiritual traditions. Through humor, irreverent wit, and glamorous manifestation, they seek to transform social structures that continue to oppress the vulnerable in our society. Through introspection and community service, they support the spiritual and personal development of our members, and they serve the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. Hope day, hope day.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Looking
We
fabulous.
We have a small little German contingent with
Well,
their
these
leader,
guys
Mosen.
here are actually from the Netherlands. We met them yesterday.
All the way from the Netherlands.
Yes.
And it's just for Vancouver Pride.
Yes, absolutely.
That's amazing.
And who have we got coming up next?
With the BC Ambulance.
That is wonderful to see their support. I want to ride on that thing. It looks really fun.
That's a
Yeah.
interesting looking ambulance.
Monitors and
Kind of carry you'd get on that gurney.
Oh,
but-
oh,
I think
only in Vancouver are the ambulances like DJ booths
yes, I think
and
there's
push carts.
and push carts.
Why not?
This is their 911 setup for the day.
Yeah.
3 monitors in the parade.
Oh, there's a stretcher with a feather boa.
You know what? That boa has seen better days. It needed some resuscitation, so who better to do it than Vancouver Ambulance?
They're doing
Who doesn't love just a crowd of people with rainbow balloons?
looking good.
Looking good, looking happy, people. Happy Pride.
Give us a wave.
There we go.
That's good. Yeah.
That was a lot of blowing last night to get that
Yeah.
that particular look going today.
That
Good.
happens during Pride. It's hard work, but somebody's got to do
Someone's
it.
got to blow up balloons.
Strengthens the lungs.
And welcome back once again to our coverage of the 37th annual Vancouver Pride Parade. We are proudly your hosts today. My name is Fiona Forbes.
I'm Angus Prott.
And I'm Barb Snellgrove.
And coming up here, it's every girl's, every boy's dream to ride on a fire truck. And it looks like a few people got that lucky chance today.
Looking good. Let's hear it for Vancouver's finest.
Give it up for the Vancouver Fire Department, everybody.
Great, thanks. How are you? We've got some firefighters visiting the booth here.
Serving with pride, of course, since 1886.
Well, welcome to you and your command unit, gentlemen.
And we're soaked.
And ladies up there, and I have to say a special welcome to the little kids who are getting to ride in the fire truck. What a dream that must be. So thank you to the Vancouver Fire Department for serving our city so well, especially during this time of year where they've been unfortunately so busy.
And looking good doing it.
Very busy. Look at the polished job on the special ops truck.
Isn't it wonderful?
Wow.
It is. That's a super shiny truck. And coming up next, I hear bagpipes in
Yes.
the distance, and that could only mean one thing. It is the Vancouver Police Department, and they've got their piping band, and they are just making the beautiful noises of the bagpipes that actually just makes me crave haggis.
I hear my people calling me. I hear my people. And of course, it wouldn't be a pride parade without a bunch of guys in dresses blowing their pipes.
That's happening right now on your television sets.
Absolutely, and here we have the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Today's British Columbia Royal Canadian Mounted Police entry consists of Canada's Mounties wearing their world-famous red serge, as well as members and civilian members, community operatives, and RCMP employees.
And a big happy pride to the Vancouver Police Pipe Band.
Don't they look sexy?
They certainly do in their kilts. There's a little bit of a breeze, gentlemen, watch out.
I'm loving that look.
Absolutely. And once again, you are watching our coverage of the 37th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade right here on Shaw TV. Welcome to all our viewers and all our visitors who have come to enjoy Pride here in Vancouver. And to everyone who is volunteering in the parade, a big, huge thank you. It's such a wonderful day for Vancouver.
It truly is. They're ankle deep, as the phrase goes. There's plenty of spectators. We've got some people trying to get that crowd geared up.
And they're certainly doing a great job of it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it, everyone. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, Vancouver!
And one police straggler.
Oh. Always one in the crowd.
See, we've got police. We're about 3 shy of the village people here.
Well, we have seen the Vancouver Police, and now what we've got the Vancouver Police Department. We've had the Vancouver Police Pipe Band.
The Vancouver Wiener Dog
Yes.
parade entry.
There are wiener dogs on the parade route.
There they are.
There they are.
Not really sure if they're quite part of the police department yet, but maybe they will be someday. There he goes. Look at those little legs. They're going like egg beaters.
I love the new Vancouver Police Department vehicles.
They look great.
They're sexy.
They look very fast. And a big thank you to all the police volunteers. We've got Vancouver Community Safety Vehicles here as well. Thanks to all the ladies and gentlemen for their service.
911 emergencies.
Yep. Hopefully we won't have any today. And we've got the Vancouver Police Recruiting Vehicle who's part of the group
Yes.
as well.
Join vpd.ca.
There you go. You can check it out. And we also have the Vancouver Police Department Lion Dance Team. Super cool thing to see.
This is a great
Great
addition.
to see. Yes.
It is a wonderful tradition. Of course, everybody in Vancouver, if you've ever been for the Chinese New Year parade, you probably see them. But it's such a wonderful thing to see these dancers in action.
Love the costumes.
They must be getting pretty tired about now.
It's a long route.
I would say if I was that lion, I'd be about done. But they're still showing plenty of...
Plenty of energy.
They've got lots of practice with the Chinese Pride Parade, though, or New Year's Parade.
So thank you to the Vancouver Police Department Lions dance team. And we should mention we're stationed here, for those who aren't familiar with the parade route. We are right almost at the very end. So we have to ask our crowd here to give a big round of applause for everybody who's marching in the parade today, showing such great energy.
Yeah, you have to keep in mind, everybody, that they have marched a long way to get to you.
Lots of members of the Vancouver Police Force marching today in the 37th annual Vancouver Pride Parade.
And as they say on their truck, beyond the call.
Yep.
I'm starting to think with the feather boa that like rainbow flak jackets might be all the rage for 2016.
You know, they're a very friendly approach. And it looks like we do have yet another police vehicle making their way. We're just seeing the Vancouver Police Department Community Policing Block Watch vehicle just cruising by right now, showing off their sirens.
That's one big truck coming our way.
It is. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like they actually have a water gun.
SWAT.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. SWAT is on its way.
Yes, let's hope they don't hit the cameras.
Looks like we're in trouble, people.
We are.
We're getting a lovely breeze off the beach.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
We're very, very blessed here in Vancouver to have our parade route. Oh, you can hear them coming.
Here they come.
Lights flashing, sirens blaring. Here they come, people.
I want this truck.
You want this truck, Barb? I could see you in this truck. And you would cause so much trouble if you had it.
It wouldn't be easy to find parking, but
Now we have, it actually is officially the RCMP.
And the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. They're today's British Columbia Royal Canadian Mounted Police entry consists of Canada's Mounties wearing their famous red serge, as well as auxiliary members, civilian members, community safety officers, other RCMP. And it looks like this is the Vancouver Police.
it is the Vancouver Police as they continue. They got to show all their wares. They've got lots of pretty toys.
Oh, and I see the red surges coming up right over here.
They are.
Yep. You'll be seeing them see if you peek past the truck, you can see them. Just making their way. Look at all the mascots sitting on the back there. You guys
There they
tired
come.
or what?
Yeah.
That must be very, very hot for the
There they
people
are.
in the
There they are.
mascot uniforms.
Give us a big wave.
Now I do see some of that familiar Canadian red coming up down the street here.
There we are in the uniforms, of course. It is the Royal
And
Canadian
these
Mounted Police.
are the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. And the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, as we've said already, they're the British Columbia's Royal Canadian Mounted Police entry consisting of Canada's Mounties wearing their famous red serge, as well as auxiliary members, civilian members, community safety officers, and other RCMP employees and community volunteers who all proudly serve the people of their communities throughout British Columbia. They have all volunteered to be here today to help promote the community connections and diversity by celebrating the partnership between the RCMP and the LGBTQ community.
Don't they look handsome?
Let's hear a big
Men
round of
and
applause
women
for the
of
RCMP,
the Royal
folks.
Canadian Mounted Police. Happy Pride.
And
I
thank
mean,
you
I'm
to-
being attacked by the RCMP. That's a good
Hey,
thing.
what about me?
You couldn't see that on camera, but we were lucky enough, the three of us, to get big smooches
Happy Pride,
from
Ryan.
a couple
Happy
of
Pride.
members. Happy Pride, everyone.
Happy Pride.
And a big thank you to all of our officers for marching in the parade today from all the police departments. Oh, look, you guys lost one. There's a red surge just way back there by themselves.
Oh, my.
Oh, he really is way back. And look at this now. They're waiting
calling
for
him.
him.
Look
Oh,
there.
it's because they're giving out presents to the
It's-
kidlets.
She.
There we go.
Oh, he's way down there.
And happy Pride once again to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police doing their part
Happy
in the
Pride.
37th annual Vancouver Pride Parade.
And the red surge, known all around the world as a symbol of Canada.
Absolutely. And you are going to be hearing some beautiful music because coming up, you see them coming, you see them approaching. It is the Vancouver Men's Chorus. And the Vancouver Men's Chorus is Canada's first gay chorus and one of Canada's premier singing ensembles. It also is a non-profit society dedicated to presenting high-quality music and, of course, entertainment. Composed of gay men and their friends, the chorus promotes community spirit and a positive image of the gay community, and they do an absolutely fabulous job. So big round of applause, everyone, for the Vancouver Men's Chorus.
Make some noise! Yes, I was happy to be a member of the Vancouver Men's Chorus for a number of years, and they put on fantastic shows, and they really work hard.
They sell out. Every show they do always sells out. Bunch of very talented individuals. Happy Pride to the VMC.
They're looking good, and they're going to give us some dance moves, I think. One. Here we go.
You know, I just want to get up and dance.
Yeah.
It's hard not to.
It's hard not to, yes.
Oh,
Look
someone's in the shower bringing up the rear. You'll be seeing that coming into your view soon. United, the VMC.
So happy Pride once again to the Vancouver men's chorus.
Oh,
And now I do believe we have community coming up.
Yeah, they're just
Happy Pride!
Happy Pride. Of course, that's Bill Monroe up
Yes.
on the car
looking good,
for
the red convertible.
Vancouver men's chorus.
There's Bill
There
now.
we are.
There we are.
What a beautiful ride.
Are we talking about Bill or the car?
That depends on your point of view.
Exactly.
And of course, now we have community. Always a big, bright, and beautiful Pride addition to the parade. Community is your queer community hub, a place to safely be yourself and to help others be themselves. At Community, you can learn to create inclusive spaces, connect with others, get support, or take action to continue moving equality forward. For more info, check out their website at community.ca.
Happy Pride, community.
They do great work.
They really, really do. Have to look for Dana, who's the ED, somewhere in there.
It's so great that we have services like community in our city to support LGBTQ youth.
They do
Absolutely.
some great work with the community.
Yeah, it's from seniors to suicide hotlines to medical. All sorts of information can be got at Community.
Such a great resource.
And speaking of seniors, we have the Harrow Park 411 Seniors Gay and Gray. Welcome once again to those who fought to bring about recognition and rights that all we now enjoy. Our LGBTQ seniors, as represented by 411 Seniors Gay and Gray, Harrow Park Center, Community Generations, and the West End Seniors Network.
Love knows no age or gender, and that is their theme this year.
Absolutely. And it's such an important thing in any city to support our elderly. They are having, it's going to come right by here. What's happening in the bus should happen in every bus. We missed it.
She's making the move. She was making the moves, though.
There was this big prep.
Big lead up and then
boom.
nothing.
Now we have a loving spoonful coming
Ah,
through.
Loving Spoonful, of course, a Loving Spoonful. They do such great things as well, and they are celebrating their 25th year, which is absolutely wonderful. Over the past 25 years, they have provided more than 2 million nutritious meals to men, women, and children affected by HIV and AIDS in our communities.
Great job. Well done.
They do
Bonjour, ça va, baby?
Big hand for a loving spoonful, people.
Oh, look with the Canadian flag on. Amazing job as always dressing up, sweetheart.
looking beautiful.
We got a little, looking a little warm too.
Yes.
Look at that is really, really amazing with, of course, the Canadian maple leaf, and
Coloring
There
our community with love.
is a headpiece.
There you go.
Amazing, beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful
Looking good,
feathers.
girl.
You, of course, are watching the 37th Annual Pride Parade in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
We've had some great entries in the parade so far, but we are really just getting things started.
Oh, it hasn't even begun to flounce.
It's flouncy.
We have Rainbow Guy.
Rainbow Guy, and I believe they're part of the Positive Living BC contingent, and the Positive Living Society of British Columbia exists to enable persons living with AIDS and HIV disease to empower themselves,
Wonderful.
and then followed by the Bank of Nova Scotia with the Scotiabank AIDS Walk for Life. And the AIDS Walk takes place in September every year.
Yes, and is, of course, a part of the Positive Living BC. Positive Living BC and AIDS Vancouver share a location on Hastings. They have a temporary home until they get a spiffy new place. HIV Anonymous.ca. The annual AIDS Walk for Life raises a great amount of point. And of course, here comes Ken Coolin from
Positive Living BC.
And he wants you to join them for the Cake and Walk September 20th at Sunset Beach at 10 a.m. to support those living with HIV.
It's such a great event. I'll be attending again this year. I've been the past few years. We're usually not as lucky with the weather for the AIDS Walk, but let's keep our fingers crossed for some sunshine this year.
Hopefully, yes. And now we have the PetSmart people coming through. And it's the largest specialty pet retailer service and solutions for the lifetime needs of pets. At PetSmart, they believe pets make us better people.
They make me a better person, I know that.
Chewy.
Chewy, where are you?
Chewy the Wonder Dog.
Chewy's watching the parade at home. Hi, Chewy.
Wondering where his mom is.
Looking good, PetSmart.
And we have some more pets on the way because you know what? Who
Look at
doesn't
this.
love some
Look at
dogs?
this little cutie with his ears.
And you probably recognize the yellow jacket on that dog. It's a
Yes.
Pacific Assistance dog, and in case you didn't know, they're also called PADS. And PADS has been changing the lives of people for over 27 years. Pacific Assistance dogs help people with physical disabilities, other than blindness or those who are deaf or hard of hearing. And PADS intervention canine support professionals like victim services, police, therapists, and counselors as they provide care in the community. Last year, your support named one of our puppies in training Pride, and I think that was Pride we were looking at there. Pride is the one leading all his four-legged buddies today, so be sure to visit them in the picnic zone. That is down at Sunset Beach. It's all set up there. If you want to join after the parade, you can go check it out. And if you want to find out more about PADS, you can go to pads.ca to find out all the information that our furry friends do to help people in our community.
Service dogs, hearing dogs, dog intervention, all sorts of great things that they're doing. And then, of course, now it's the BC SPCA. And that is, of course, the British Columbia Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Their mission is to protect and enhance the quality of life for domestic, farm, and wild animals in BC. Let's give it up for the BC SPCA.
They've got Sylvester the cat. He's giving us a wave. So cute.
Very cute.
And a big thank you and shout out to everybody who works for the BC SPCA and taking care of our animals and saving them from situations that they shouldn't be in. They do such wonderful work.
Absolutely.
Especially in the hot summer months.
Yes, people, I can't believe we still need to say it, but do
Yes.
not leave your pets in the vehicles.
And even with the latest is they'll leave them in the vehicles, but with the window open a little tiny bit on a very hot day
It's like an oven.
Doesn't
is
work.
still an oven. Yes.
Yeah. But you can visit the SPCA in your community. If you're looking for an animal, you can always
Yes.
adopt a pet.
Adopt a pet.
And next we have the Dr. Peters AIDS Foundation. And Dr. Peter, one of our hometown heroes for building HIV and AIDS awareness and acceptance, founded the Dr. Peters Center Foundation, which provides HIV care at the Dr. Peters Center for vulnerable people living with HIV in our community. This year, they are honoring their favorite LGBTQ plus musicians and recognize the important role that music therapy plays at the center. Help us celebrate Dr. Peters' legacy and vision with pride.
And lots of trikes.
Lots
The
of
Dr.
tricks.
Peters Center,
the
they do
trikes.
fabulous work.
They certainly do.
And
And
quite the dancer, too.
Yeah, somebody making the moves there.
we've got dancers, we've got pedicabs. Thank you to everybody at the Dr. Peters Center for joining in on the parade today.
For
Yes.
everything and all they do.
Thank you to Dr. Maxine Davis, of course, is the executive director.
Yes, and they put on some fabulous events that you should be part of if you have a chance. They're year-round. Go to their website and find out more.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for those people who are always looking to volunteer, we love our volunteers. Please feel free to contact the Dr. Peter AIDS Center. They're always looking for volunteers.
So many great ways to volunteer in Vancouver. If you're looking, a lot of people say, I don't know what to do with my spare time. Why not join in, whether it's Dr. Peters Center or you could even volunteer at the SPCA. And there's wonderful volunteers helping with the parade today as well.
Lots of people, yes.
And now we've got Joy TV. Is that who's coming up here? Looks
Looks
like
like-
they're cars just approaching us on your screen right now. They are part of AIDS Vancouver's entry into the parade today. AIDS Vancouver, by the way, opened its doors in 1983 as the first AIDS service organization in Canada, and in response to the growing need for community health organizations to support individuals vulnerable to the epidemic.
So Joy TV is sponsoring. And CARP, another edition.
And I see
And there's Dr. Brian Chittick, of course, the executive director of AIDS Vancouver. You see going by with some, those are amazing sun umbrellas.
Yes, and
Yes,
joining
looking
him
good.
on the back of the vehicle there is Carmen Ruiz-Laza. You can see her on Carmen TV, on Joy TV. She does a fabulous job. Muchas gracias, señorita.
And Dr. Chittick recently came back from a trip to Asia. I'm thinking that's where those beautiful umbrellas came from.
Oh, they look good.
Looking gorgeous. Not a bad day to have a parasol either.
And of course, we've got a couple of beefcake in the in view, but a huge love fest, folks, for our next Pride entry. Give it up for P-Flag. P-Flag is a nationally recognized presence with a highly effective network of people and resources focusing on supporting and educating Canadians on issues of sexual orientation and gender identity, actively assisting in the recognition and growth of LGBTQ community, questioning persons, their families and friends within their diverse cultures and societies, parents and friends of lesbians and gays. Give it up for P-Flag.
Always a parade favorite, P-Flag, every year.
Showing lots of energy because, as their sign says, love is unconditional.
Let's show them some love back, people.
Let's hear it for P-Flag.
Yes, and there is, of course, one of our previous year's parade grand marshals sitting in the truck,
And I just want to point out,
Aideen McKenna.
everyone is welcome at P-Flag, including the furry community, sponsored here by Cameron.
Thank you.
Or Scooby, as it's known.
Great to see, great to see.
I'm getting my love fest on with a lot of my co-workers from Roundhouse Radio.
Yes, you can see a lot of people on the truck wearing Roundhouse Radio t-shirts, so thank you to Roundhouse for sponsoring their float today. A wonderful thing to support.
Our CEO, Don Schaefer, has been a longtime member of P-Flag.
Great stuff.
And next we have BC Corrections, and as corrections professionals, they provide safe and secure custody of inmates and deliver programs that promote public safety and reduce criminal behavior. BC Corrections is proud to support the gay community as part of its mandate to contribute to the community at large. BC Corrections is part of the Vancouver Gay Pride Parade for the 4th year in a row. Let's hear it for BC Corrections.
You might have seen a stroller go by with its very own armed guard.
If you blinked, you missed it.
If you blinked, you missed it.
Thank you to everyone from BC Corrections. And right behind them, we have CBC. The Canadian Broadcasting Corporation is proud to be a part of Vancouver's diverse community, celebrating acceptance, equality, and freedom.
Oh,
Thank you to CBC. Do they have choreographed dance moves?
they're getting their CBC on.
They certainly
Wow,
are.
look at that.
Is Rick Clough in that truck? I know he is. He's
Oh.
hiding in there somewhere, isn't he?
He's working it.
He is.
This is the Whatever Floats Your Boat entry. Whatever Floats Your Boat is comprised of friends that represent every letter of the LGBTQ community and their allies. This is our 4th year celebrating that no matter what floats your boat, it's okay with us. Never a boring float.
My boat is floating right now, Barb.
Right?
It totally is.
Amazing, as always. And every year since they have joined, and this is their 4th year, as I said, Bubbles, Tutus, Trans Pride, Sharing is Caring, Radical Inclusion, Magic We Make. We do love the Whatever Floats Your Boat, folks.
Very colorful and energetic.
They know how to do Pride and do Pride well.
And next up, we have the New West Pride Society. And New West Pride aims to promote equality and diversity throughout all of its events. And they host events year-round, culminating in a Pride Festival every August 8th to the 15th. Street Party August 15th. So right after our Pride, go see them.
And the New West Pride has grown exponentially over just the last couple of years. I know City Hall has been really, really supportive. I've hosted a number of times out there. Really a great pride out in New West.
And I have to say, they have outdone themselves with their float, too. They've got the dancers. They've got Mr. Sunshine happening there. What a happy-looking float.
They're looking good.
Certainly are. Happy Pride.
Happy
New West.
Pride, New West.
Supporting their Vancouver cousins.
Yes.
Such a beautiful spot, New West, as well. And just coming up, we have the Trans Alliance Society. TAS was founded early in the 21st century as a province-wide coalition with the aim of building connections between individuals and groups working on trans issues, providing varied forums and resources to assist in the personal development, growth, and contact of its members with the transgendered community. Thank you so much for coming out today.
Very fitting with our gender superheroes theme this year.
And Barb Dawson, we got Trans Yukon in the house.
Thanks again to the Trans Alliance Society.
Show them some love.
Showing some love on Pride.
And thank you.
Got some great looking
That was
dancers.
the Surrey Youth Alliance coming up now. They're a drop-in and support group for gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgendered, transsexual, two-spirited, queer, questioning, and straight youth between the ages of 14 to 21 in the Fraser Valley. That's the Surrey Youth Alliance. Coming right through our picture right now.
And we have TD Bank. They're dancing up a storm. TD Bank wants you to know that every week at TD Bank is Pride Week. TD's support for Canada's LGBTQ community is woven into the fabric of their company. It is on display every day as part of their commitment to embrace and celebrate diversity as a uniting force that makes them better together. TD has been supporting Pride for 11 years and are proud to celebrate today. Let's hear it for TD Bank.
Woo! And from the looks of TD Bank, there's not anybody in any bank anywhere in TD's universe right now. They are all out on the streets.
No, I think
Here in
TD Bank
Vancouver.
is closed today.
And they had all of their shops decked out with the rainbow flags this year, all their locations.
Oh, yes, and of course, Carlotta Girl, as always.
There's our TD girl.
Looking good up there, Carlotta.
Happy Pride, Carlotta.
Give it up for Carlotta Girl atop the TD float, everybody.
Look out.
Woo! Working it, working it.
See, she must feel like she can't do one of her somersaults up here.
Oh, she's gonna do. Don't never say never.
Ladies
Stop
and
the
gentlemen,
float.
keep
Stop
the
the
camera
float.
locked on Carlotta.
Yes, here.
We're gonna get one of Carlotta's staples. She's being look at this.
We're
coming
gonna
in
get
for a
her.
landing.
We're gonna get one.
Oh, this is what
Hang in
Carlotta Girl
there.
is, of course, known for here in Vancouver.
She just turned that
And
pickup into a slip and slide.
two.
Yes. Do it, girl.
Oh, yeah, right.
Happy Pride, Carlotta.
Happy Pride from Carlotta Girl and the TD float.
Our TD Bank girl.
And they are, of course, hashtag Forever Proud, Forever Proud. And remember, everybody, if you are out there in the Twitterverse today or Instagram, it is hashtag Van Pride.
Carlotta, you just rocked my world, baby.
Woo!
Love
Looking
you,
good,
baby.
girl.
Big round of applause for TD Bank showing all that support for the Vancouver Pride Parade. Nice to see
One
so
more
many people
time.
coming back. Uh-oh.
She steals the show all the time.
Look at the crowds, too. What a great day for the Pride
And
Parade.
next we have Bold Fest, and Bold Fest is dedicated. Bold is dedicated to making creative space for lesbian and dykes across North America. An incorporated society in British Columbia, Bold organizes the annual Bold Fest conference in Vancouver, BC, on the weekend after the Labor Day weekend, bringing in together older and old lesbians and dykes across Canada, the U.S., and even Australia.
And that, of course, that you just saw coming across your camera was Pat Hogan, who is, of course,
She's
been
the
working-
organizer.
Yes, and has been working with Bullfest for many years. Big thanks to Pat and all the great work she does.
Yes. Happy Pride, Pat.
And I have to just say a mention behind the fourth wall here. When you host Pride with Barb and Angus, I can't begin to tell you, because they don't see it on camera, how many people are running out of the parade route and hugging and kissing us. It's a wonderful thing. So much love.
It's great to see. Happy Pride, everybody. Let's make some noise.
Look at all the people. It is a beautiful day here for the 37th annual Vancouver Pride Parade.
Great looking rainbow balloons.
Lots of balloons.
Great outfits.
Yeah, we've got QMFM, their community crew, showing their support. Lots of rainbows, a few butterflies, of course, a couple of boas. And what have you got?
Colorful dancers. QMFM 103.5.
Slap some eyelashes on the front of the car and boom, you found a parade.
That's what I did to myself this morning.
This is true.
I'm a parade.
Hey.
Now we have the CTV Bell float.
And
That
you-
is one big TV.
It is, and you do
Wow.
see Carrie Adams, and I think that's producer Chris Black there. Mark Dreesen.
Mark Dreesen is in every single year he's in the Pride Parade. God bless him.
Hi, Mark.
Yes.
It's easy because he just gets up in the morning and goes, sun, and then he jumps onto the parade float. We got love coming.
We do.
They're showing their love, as is everybody here. We're probably looking at easily 600,000 people along the parade float. And of course, just coming into view, along with the love balloons, is 94.5 Virgin Radio.
Virgin Radio.
Virgin Radio seems to be throwing frisbees. Let's see
They
if I
are
can
doing.
catch one.
They're giving some.
Let's
Yes.
do this.
There we go. Oh, almost.
It was
Not
an over.
working.
It was an over.
Showing
under.
some love here.
Thank you to Virgin Radio.
94.5.
Clutching her disco ball. Little remnants from the. Oh, we got a show going on.
Got a show going on here. Working it.
You gotta love the energy that everybody still seems to have at this stage of the parade route.
Yep. There's the Jones Soda people. Jones Soda, the #1 premium craft soda made with pure cane sugar, originally from Vancouver, now based in Seattle, is proud to be part of Vancouver Pride.
And you know, Jones Soda, they're the ones you could actually get your picture on
Yes,
the
you
cover
could.
of your bottles. It's
Oh, what a great
Oh.
truck.
We have a pride person down. We have a pride person down.
And she's
She's
giving out
okay.
hats. She's giving out
She's
hats.
giving out hats.
It was her generosity.
Looking good.
And that, of course, is Jones Soda.
Oh, and you know, I spy
Oh, here we go. This
with
is Fiona's
my
float.
little eye. Somebody seems to be pumping up the jam.
And it starts with a T.
And it's Trojan condoms, ladies and gentlemen. Pump it up with Trojan. Trojan is proud to celebrate their 9th consecutive year at Vancouver Pride, and Trojan is proud to pump it up with you. As a leader in sexual health and Canada's #1 condom brand, Trojan has over 30 varieties, just in case you didn't know. There's lots to choose from in the condom department. 6 varieties of lubricant and over 9 varieties of personal massagers. Discover your summer of pleasure with Trojan.
And the beefcake is optional. Not beefcake,
Yeah.
not included.
Looking good, those guys. Look at and the girls. Look at them.
They look like they're having too much fun.
They are pumping it up.
It is beefcake. What a great
There
view.
we go, Beefcake.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Give us a wink and a nudge and an 8-pack, would ya?
A crowd favorite.
And of course, always a colorful entry in Vancouver's Pride Parade. It's Celebrities Nightclub. It's a nightclub icon in Vancouver, a premier dance club on the West Coast, and has been since the 1980s. It has grown along with the community as a mainstay for entertainment and will always push boundaries. They recently renovated in 2013 luxury VIP section. Their sound system and lighting
It's crazy.
is off the hook. The storied venue has hosted everyone from David Guetta to Tiesto to Boy George and will continue bringing forth an array of diverse, trend-setting entertainment from all over the world.
And they have our 44th elected Emperor and Empress on board their float this year. Let's hear it for the Emperor and Empress of Vancouver, folks.
There we
There
go.
they are. There they are.
Babette.
Babette.
With some fantastic dancers.
Looking good.
And if you're
Give the-
looking at the truck right there, they are from Got Stuff. If you want to check it out, you can go to develop.bc.ca to find out more about how you can donate stuff you don't want, because in this world we want to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Next we have the Burnaby School District.
Quality public education has been a community expectation since the first meeting of the Burnaby School Board in 1906. The district continues to promote the ideas of multiculturalism through its policies and school-based initiatives which promote cultural respect and understanding. We're proud of our vibrant neighborhood schools, diverse programs and services, and student achievement, they say. It is the mission of the school board to prepare and support an inclusive, caring community of learners for the challenges of a changing tomorrow.
And I love their setup on their booth. They put a lot of work into it this year. Look at the desk set up like a classroom.
So cute.
Diversity is a beautiful thing. And now we have the Vancouver School Board. Quality public education has always been a community expectation since the first meeting of the Burnaby School Board in 1906. The district continues to promote the ideas of multiculturalism through its policies and school-based initiatives which promote cultural respect and understanding. They're proud of their vibrant neighborhood schools, diverse programs and services, and student achievement.
Now here's one close to our heart, Global BC. Global BC and their parent company, Shaw, are proud to once again be part of this Pride Parade Festival. As BC's premier broadcaster, #1 source for news, Global BC and Shaw are proud to support diversity and equality for everyone.
Now this is the float I'm usually on every year. This is my first year not dancing at the front with Skylar there. Skylar, you got to show us what you're made of, baby.
Make some moves, Skylar. Can he hear us?
Not yet, but
Not yet.
here he comes. Here comes Skylar.
There's Skylar.
Show us some moves,
There
Skylar.
he is. Happy Pride,
There you
guys.
go.
Happy Pride to everyone at Global BC.
Look at this little kid getting his twerk
Oh,
on.
yeah, he's just giving her.
Looking good. Work it,
Yeah,
work it,
yeah,
work it.
Yeah. Till you don't stop.
Looking good.
And we have the Brazen Hussies following up the Global BC float. They are we're still looking at Global there because you
have
know
Shaw.
what? That kid is a rock star.
He's really dancing. And again, the entire entrance, it's been a long way. This kid's been dancing like that.
And the Brazen Hussies are on your screen right now. They are the naughty school girls of the Pride Parade. And they've got the condom fairies and sexy cheerleaders as well. Sexy superheroes is the theme, of course, and their aim is to interact with the crowd, give out some condoms, show some love. Their motto is love yourself, love others, and love safely. And that is a wonderful motto to have.
And of course, there was an Amnesty International that you saw shortly in there.
Isn't that the Raging Grannies?
Yep, we've got the Raging Grannies right there.
I just wanted to make sure Amnesty, middle child and all. I just wanted to give them a big shout out to Amnesty International that just went by.
And now we've got the grannies are looking good.
They always are.
They're
God
looking
bless them.
fabulous.
Regeneration.
Regeneration, yes. Regeneration manages special waste and recycling programs across BC and throughout Canada for products such as paint, light, smoke alarms, and more. Regeneration is proud to be the official recycling sponsor of the Vancouver Pride Parade and Festival this year and hopes that everyone will take a moment to learn more about what they can do to help divert little waste in landfills.
And you're hearing some great tunage, and that is because it is the Rainbow City Band. They're coming to us all the way from Seattle, where they're based out of. Rainbow City Band celebrates Pride through music, together with orchestra, swing band, and other groups in the Rainbow City Performing Arts family. The band brings diverse members and audiences together to share the joy of music and learn about one another and, of course, generate create positive changes in the community. Make music, make friends, and make a difference with the Rainbow City Band.
And here we have some colorful characters.
Yeah, they're giving the green men the
Are
run
they
for their
part
money,
of?
that's for sure.
Yes.
And of course, this looks like it might be the Toonie Brigade,
I think so.
the Safeway Toonie Brigade. Look at the little guy collecting money. Everybody reach deep into your pockets, please, for our next participants in the Vancouver Pride Parade. Yes, absolutely.
Here they come.
Get out your toonies, folks.
Get out your onesie.
Here they come. It is the Safeway Toonie Brigade. The Safeway Toonie Brigade is raising money for the Vancouver Pride Society to put on great events like the Pride Parade. If everyone who watched the parade donated just $2, that's a toonie, the Vancouver Pride Parade would have enough to pay for an entire season of Pride events for Vancouver. So please, people, reach deep into your pockets. Show us how much you support the local LGBTQ community. And of course, here comes the giant flag, which is always a big hit with photographers during the Pride Parade. Throw your toonies into the flag, everybody.
If you've got a toonie, time to give it for a great cause.
They'll take loonies as well, but toonies are preferred.
Toonies are loonies. Toss them into the rainbow flag, folks.
Thank you very, very much to the Safeway Pride Toonie Brigade, funding pride in our community.
Thanks for all your hard work, folks.
You know what? I want to dress up my buggy and boas next time I go to Safeway. It just would make shopping so much more fun.
And colorful.
And we have a huge group from TELUS and has a huge semi-truck for their float, which is chock-a-block.
Look at
full
those
of
dancers.
Sexy dancers.
Yes. Looking
Full of
good.
beefcake.
There we go. Give us a flex. That's right.
Move it, work it, work it.
Meow.
Now.
Meow.
And following that, we have the great entry from WestJet with their wonderful float. WestJet is proud to be Canada's most preferred airline, powered by an award-winning culture of care and recognized as one of the country's top employers. They offer scheduled service to more than 90 destinations in North America, Central America, Caribbean, and Europe. WestJet is a proud supporter of the Vancouver Pride Parade.
And look
Give it
at-
up for WestJet.
Look at their cute little jet with eyeballs and whatnot.
Yeah.
That must be a bitch to park.
And it's a bit windy today, so they're holding on to it quite well.
So cute.
Look at those eyes. And the propellers.
Very cute. So many interesting entries in the parade this year, and that is definitely one of them.
Looking good.
And up next, we have the NPA. The NPA has long been a supporter of the LGBTQ community, having elected the first openly gay official in Canada, extended same-sex partners of city employees all medical, dental, and pension benefits, and has elected countless gay city councilors, school trustees, and park board commissioners. Happy Pride, Vancouver.
And of course, VanPaw, the Vancouver Pups and Handlers Association, is a group dedicated to the human pup and those who love them. VanPaw strives to create a sense of community and a safe environment for those involved in and interested in puppy play to explore and grow regardless of gender or sexual orientation. A big woof to you this Pride Day.
And we had a fun interview with them for Outlook TV a while back.
That is not easy, walking on your hands and knees the entire route of the parade.
I was gonna say.
I would say that person got the short straw. Awesome.
All in fun, all
Having
in
fun with the kids.
Possum.
Of course, possum.
Awesome, possum.
And of course, now a dog thinks that they found their family and is running after
Yeah,
them.
there's a new wolf pack forming here, people.
We have coming up next, we have the West Coast Fan Society.
There
And
they are.
They're a nonprofit group organization made for the purpose of facilitating communication and collaboration between local fandom events and through sourcing and sharing and community networking. Their goal is to promote unity in all types of fans and their groups and to improve Vancouver's convention reputation.
I'm a geek myself. So
And-
it's geek fandom is what it is.
Geek fandom.
Yes, for the inner nerd in all of you.
Yes, I was down at their convention when they had it. It was very colorful and lots of great
Oh,
outfits.
Comic Con.
Comic-Con.
Oh,
yes.
that's the big one of the year. The Queer Straight Alliance from
There-
the Delta School District.
Oh, okay, the little bit of change in
They shook things up just a little
they
bit.
did
there.
keep
yes.
us on our toes.
We have the Vancouver Latin LGBTQ community. Vancouver's Latin LGBTQ community and friends is dedicated to the raising of awareness and visibility of our vibrant culture throughout the world. They celebrate diversity and have members from all across Latin America. And it's important to be proud and be proud of where you come from, of course. And they aim to make minorities visible, and they want to say thank you to all and happy Pride.
And that's a great use of sombreros.
It certainly is. Certainly is.
And of course now,
Following the Latin beat, we have the Coalition of Progressive Electors, and COPE, the Coalition of Progressive Electors, is a civic reform party which unites individuals and groups seeking a progressive orientation in Vancouver's civic life by means of continuous organizing and campaigning around issues affecting the people of Vancouver, and by nominating and electing candidates to civic office.
And coming up next, we have Aunt Lee's Place. They help prevent children in foster care from becoming homeless and mothers in need from losing custody of their children. Such a wonderful thing. If you want to find out more info, go to auntlees.org.
of course, and now we have the Vancouver Frontrunners with approximately 150 members. Vancouver Frontrunners is one of the largest running and walking clubs in BC. They meet twice weekly, rain or shine, and participate in a number of races, fundraisers, and sporting competitions.
And they're followed immediately by POM. It's located in Port Coquitlam and since 2015 on Davie Street in the heart of the West End. POM Natural Market is a locally owned community store which offers great variety of organic products and fluid intolerance items that are specific to diets.
And up next, we have Directions Youth Services Center. They're, by the way, located in the heart of the West End, and they are celebrating 10 years of service supporting youth 13 to 24 who are homeless and struggling. DYSC is a low burial resource running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They provide hot meals, showers, laundry, support with housing, pre-employment, complex health issues, street outreach, and of course, advocacy. So thank you to them for coming and showing their support for us today in the 37th Annual Pride Parade.
So many great organizations back to back that support the LGBTQ community.
And we've got Directions Youth Services, I believe, as
Yep.
well.
So Directions. And now we've got Rain City Housing coming up. And they are, of course, incredibly excited to introduce the youth that live at their first ever and first in Canada LGBTQ2S Youth Housing First Project. Rain City Housing provides supporting housing and outreach programs throughout the Lower Mainland.
We have a fast-moving pace here. We have TGX Canada, Winter Home Sense, and Marshalls. At TGX Canada, what makes us proud is to see our customers and associates celebrate diversity in our communities. That's why they're proud to celebrate Pride Day in Vancouver year after year. At Winters, Home Sense, and Marshalls, they take pride in everything they are.
And they've been handing out those hot ticket item, which is their rainbow flags that you see. They've been handing those out all week long to people that come in and shop at the stores.
Yes, and they're great to see along the parade route.
Take pride in everything you are. Read some of the t-shirts.
Winners, Home Sense, and Marshalls. That's an elaborate costume.
Yeah, I
Look
think
at
I'm
that.
just going to put on a little silver sparkly number.
Look at that. Give us a wave.
Happy Pride, sweetheart.
But Mayor Gregor Robertson and the Vision Vancouver team have a proud record of standing with Vancouver's LGBTQ community on City Council, School Board, Park Board. Mayor Gregor Robertson and his team have worked to ensure Vancouver does everything in its power to end homophobia and transphobia in all of their forms and make sure Vancouver doesn't go backward on the remarkable progress we've all made together. At all levels of Vancouver local government, Vision Vancouver has been steadfastly committed to moving Vancouver forward as an inclusive, equal, and even more fabulous city. I don't think we could get more fabulous, though.
No, we can't, of
I think we're
course.
pretty fabulous.
Waving
are
the
pretty
trans
fabulous.
flag, doesn't that look incredible?
That looks great.
And bringing up the rear, of course, is Shift Cycles, because, of course, Vision Vancouver, known for their green initiatives.
And
Yeah.
right in theme this year with our gender superheroes. They're-
Can't
There
wait.
they go.
there
That,
they-
no,
oh, yeah.
that's Yogi Omar on his scooter.
Oh,
Yogi is he's just, you know that whole phrase, gay for a day?
Yeah.
Yogi is 365 days of the year. Mr. Hugs, a loving, loving man. He does lots of work in the LGBTQ community here in Vancouver. Sin City Fetish Night is Vancouver's premier kinky nightclub and is the second longest running night in the city. They've had their over-the-top naughty get-together every month since May 2001. Look at her trying to get a picture. That must be Mom. I think that's Mom. They attract a huge cross mix of sex-positive, fun-loving, pansexual partiers of all types. Gay, straight, bi, and everything in between. And here's some of the between. Here they come, Sin City Fetish Night. They've got their sin on.
They certainly do. Looks like they're having some fun up there.
And they, of course, are hosted by DJ Pandemonium and Evelyn 13. Sin City is at the Hindenburg at 23 West Cordova Street in Gastown, where the party can be found the second Saturday of every month. And if you want to know all the dirty details, head over to sincityfetishnight.com.
followed up by Vertigo Rope. Vertigo is a collective of bondage performers enthusiasts based in Vancouver, BC, who delight in all things rope.
They are definitely fit to be tied here at the Pride Parade.
Yes,
And-
they are. Next, we have CKNW Chorus Radio.
And
They've got their team showing support. News Talk 980 CKNW is home of Vancouver's news and Vancouver's talk at 980 AM, cknw.com, or on the CKNW app. You can tune in to hear the stories that matter in Vancouver. CKNW is a proud supporter of Vancouver Pride and prides itself with being the place to go to hear stories that matter in the LGBTQ community and all Vancouverites. Let's give a big holler. I see Drax. Drax, give us a big wave. There he is.
there he is.
Ah,
Happy Pride to Drax and everybody at CKNW.
And Drex, of course, was part of Laugh Out, one of the many events happening. Laugh Out with Elvira Kurt was last night, and there was any number. There was the Queer Bobbers, and Drex, Darcy Michael, and of course Elvira.
oh, Darcy
headlining.
Michael's amazing.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
And Weeds is showing their flag here. They are, of course, your one-stop
Shop for
everything
everything
marijuana. I think they have over 17 locations in Vancouver
Wow.
at this point.
I'm surprised they didn't bring a food truck with them,
Yeah,
just so that they could get covered. Of course, car to go.
maybe some chronic tacos. Would
Yes,
have been apropos.
tacos. Car to go. Drive me. Love me. Leave me. One-way trips wherever and whenever you want. We now have the largest car to go fleet anywhere, I do believe. They just got a bunch of new cars.
New vehicles and
Yeah.
spots, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it's great to see Vancouver taking advantage of Car2Go and all the other services that are in town, because sometimes it's a little difficult to get around. You just bop in and bop out.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they're great.
Good service.
I think it stops a lot of people from drinking and driving too, which is a great thing.
It is. And I see a giant soccer ball coming down the road here, and that could only mean one thing. It's Out for Kicks Soccer Club. And Out for Kicks is Vancouver's LGBT soccer league with over 250 members. They welcome people of all sorts to come and play soccer with them and have a fun and inclusive atmosphere that focuses on skills development as well as connecting with people through social events. They throw great parties too.
Big, beautiful balls. Outforkicks.ca.
Looking good. And next we have the Terminal City Roller Girls.
Oh, we love them. The Terminal City Roller Girls is Vancouver's first female roller derby league. Created in 2006, TCRG is a member-owned and operated non-profit organization consisting of close to 100 skaters, a team of sharp officials, incredible volunteers, generous sponsors, and an army of passionate fans. TCRG skaters are a group of strong, smart, and diverse women who play hard and train even harder. I have gone to one of the Terminal City Roller Girls events, And it is fun for the whole family. It really, really is. It's a great, great afternoon or evening event. Check out Terminal City
Looks
Roller
like
Girls.
fun. And now we have an entry coming up with the BC Nurses Union. BCNU, they're coming up, and they're right here looking good. BCNU Pride, and they've got a contingent here with their folks. They've got their dogs with them. They've got a great big...
And they are committed, of course, to the principles of human rights, inclusivity, and equality. They believe that when they promote those values within their union, they can change the world outside of their organization, particularly when it comes to safe and equitable access to health care for everyone. They want to shake up the status quo, even if it means getting a little loud and colorful. By marching, they show their alliance with and support for the equal rights of safety and pride for LGBTQ people everywhere. That is, of course, the BC Nurses Union.
And then we have the Children's Wish Foundation coming up, childrenswish.ca. Let's give up a big hand for the Children's Wish Society.
And there, of course, look at that cutie patootie. They have staff, friends, and families of the BC and Yukon chapter of the Children's Wish Foundation of Canada here with them today. And you too can help grant a wish and change a child's life. Anyone can refer a child to Children's Wish, and of course you can get that childrenswish.ca. Lots of balloons and flags. We're seeing lots of the trans colors, of course, which is one of the themes of this year's Vancouver Pride Parade. You know they signed the pledge.
And next we have
YVR.
YVR.
Is that-
YVR, what a great float. Look at that.
Of course, YVR is YVR.ca. It is the Vancouver International Airport, one of the most beautiful airports in the world. Truly, we're starting to win a lot of awards with the recent.
They've won number one in North America for the last 5 years. Number one airport in North America. Let's give it up for YVR.
And of course, now we have the Cactus Club.
Cactus Club has some great locations in Vancouver, right here on...
It's a bird, it's a plane. It's Cactus Super Pride. They're excited to celebrate their 5th year as Vancouver Pride Parade participants, honoring the heroes within the LGBT community, which of course is the theme this year. This year, let Cactus English Bay take your pride to the sky on their Super Pride Ride. Show your support for this year's organizers and let your pride fly.
Looking good. Here we have the Stoli people doing Stoli Summer. Looking good. They had a booth at the Davie Street Pride Festival the other night, and they're looking good here with another big truck and people coming through here. Looking colors, giving out some prizes here. They got a bag full of goodies and good looking guys handing out stuff from Stoli. Let's hear it for Stoli. Now here's an entry from
The Vancouver Communities in Solidarity with Cuba. Vancouver Communities in Solidarity with Cuba is participating in Pride for the 9th consecutive year, flying the Pride flag and Cuban flag high together to celebrate the fact that Cuba says LGBTQ rights are human rights. Come check out their table at Sunset Beach to find out about all the amazing advances being made by the LGBTQ community in Cuba. Viva Pride, Viva Cuba.
sounding good. Cucaracha. Free Chelsea Manning, Cuba.
Soldier of Humanity.
Now we have the BC Humanist Association coming through with their parade entry, and they have human solutions for human problems, free of supernatural authority. They support and welcome all members of society to endeavor to fulfill their own potential while making a cohesive community informed by science, inspired by art, and motivated by compassion.
And of course, next up, It's the Canadian Bar Association of British Columbia Sexual Orientation and Gender Identity Conference. The Canadian Bar Association is an ally and advocates for the members of the legal profession. The Sexual Orientation Gender Identity Conference promotes and supports LGBTQ law students, lawyers, and judges within the profession and within the community as a whole. It's the Canadian Bar Association of BC. All sorts,
Looking
working
good.
hard towards LGBTQ rights.
That's a very big contingent.
My Lord, it definitely is.
They are
Trans equality, hashtag trans equality. And of course, next, we have Constance Barnes.
Constance Barnes with the BC, the federal NDP, I believe.
Yes, and here they are, Canada's New Democrats. And the BC NDP riding the orange wave, which is going to be coming into sight before we get the Bar Association, because there's so many from the Bar Association. Constance Barnes, of course, a former Parks Board Commissioner here in the city and is now running for a federal seat. And they're bringing
There's
the orange
Constance.
wave to change to Canada. The NDP has always been a proud champion of the LGBTQ community. Civil rights, social justice, and equality for everyone. New Democrats are fighting hard in both Victoria and in Ottawa to have transgender Canadians protected by Canada's Human Rights Act and Criminal Code, and they won't stop until the job is done. It is a very large orange contingent here
They've got a
at
very
Vancouver's
big
Pride
presence.
Parade.
Wow.
And it continues
Orange
to go
power.
on. Tom Smallcare, of course, and I guess they've got Scott Stewart, all sorts of people representing the NDP party here.
Ride the orange wave, as they say.
No more care.
No more carrot.
No more care.
Thomas Mulcair not in the parade today.
And the Vancouver Junior Roller Derby League is seeking new members, so come skate with them.
Always fun, part of the Terminal City Roller Girls. And as I said earlier when we were talking about, I have that T-shirt. I love the Terminal City Roller Girls logo. And the fun, serious fun for all ages at any Terminal City Roller Girls Derby event.
And next we have the Women Against Violence.
Yes, against women, the Rape Crisis Center.
That's right. Women Against Violence Against Women Rape Crisis Center works to end all forms of violence against women. Guided by feminist anti-oppression philosophy, they challenge and change thinking, actions, and systems that contribute to violence against women. They provide all self-identified women who have experienced any form of sexualized violence with support and healing, and engage with youth to develop leadership for prevention of future violence. They are honored to be in the Pride Parade today to show their commitment to building a society filled with love, value, and belonging for all. Welcome back once again to our coverage of the 37th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade. We are your proud hosts. I'm Fiona Forbes.
I'm Angus Prott.
And I'm Barb Snellgrove. Thanks for joining us, everybody. It's a gorgeous day in Vancouver. We have seen plenty of action, and there is still plenty of action to come. And there goes, of course, Brent Ray Fraser again.
There are flags a-waving. There's
you go.
roller blades a-rolling.
And we have a great contingent coming up here. It's Clean, Sober, and Proud.
And of course, they carry the message that there is freedom from addiction, and fun can be had when you're clean, sober, and proud.
And they're having a great event this evening after the parade up in front of Shoppers Drug Mart this evening. So go see them, Clean, Sober, and Proud.
And that is, of course, in the Davie Village.
I'm trying to figure out what's happening on their float. Is that a spray of foam? Is it like a party on Ibiza? What are they doing?
It looks like it. Wow.
It looks like they are having a fantastic time up there.
It looks it's almost like the Santa Claus parade.
Yes, proving that you can indeed have a great, great Pride event without alcohol or drugs.
Having a great time, looking good, folks.
They sure
Happy
are.
Pride!
You can go to cleansoberandproud.com to find out about all their events and how you can get involved if you too are clean, sober, and proud.
And their event tonight starts at 7 p.m. in Davie Village.
Where it all happens at Pride.
Absolutely.
it looks like we have Foreskin Pride participating in the parade. And then we have Call the Midwife coming up right here.
The Vancouver Midwives. And of course, choice, control, communication, and support. Midwives include all of these aspects in their maternity care of healthy, low-risk, pregnant women. Covered by MSP, midwives care for women through pregnancy, birth, and to 6 weeks postpartum. They also offer home birth or hospital birth. The choice is yours. Vancouver Midwives.
And coming up next, we have the Lookout Emergency Aid Society. Lookout Society's purpose is to give service to everyone, regardless of who they are. Homelessness affects everyone, even those who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, two-spirit, and queer. Through their outreach, homeless shelters, housing, and programming, they help some of the most vulnerable in our community. Everyone, regardless of socioeconomic status, background, or sexual orientation, everyone deserves a place to call home.
And quite frankly, this gentleman on that bed has the best seat in the house. That's how to do the Pride Parade. Laying
looks
down
pretty
on the job.
Oh,
It looks pretty
That's-
pretty comfy
That's
over
the
there.
best seat in the house,
It
honest
is.
to God. And of course, we have the Peak 102.7. They are Vancouver's new rock. They aim to help you discover the best new music from Vancouver, Canada, and around the world. Here, let's do it in a radio voice. We bring you the hottest live shows and the best things to do in Vancouver. Stream us live 24 hours a day at the Peak FM.
Oh, and they've got their happy couple there that got
They
married.
do.
They won the contest. I think it was called My Big Fat Gay Wedding, and they got married just by Science World. I think it was yesterday. A ton
Awesome.
of people turned up. It was absolutely fantastic.
And that's
great.
the
And
Peak.
we have the
Vancouver's new rock.
Sensible BC coming up here next. And Sensible BC is the organization seeking to legalize marijuana in British Columbia and in Canada. They're excited to be here celebrating with us for another year in Vancouver. And with the next election coming up in the fall this year, they hope next year's Pride will be a little bit more sensible.
Wonderful to see Sensible BC. Their little variation on the Canadian flag there.
Oh, and they've got a great entry here with
Giant marijuana
their
leaf.
leaf.
Past the
That's
Doritos.
quite the character.
I wore that for the street party the other night.
Was
I'm
that
just
you,
saying.
Barb?
Yeah.
Oh. Quite cute, actually.
And they are friends from the Medical Cannabis Dispensary right here. Part of Sensible BC as well.
That's the Mound of Sound.
It is.
That I know that voice.
It certainly
It's
is.
the Mound of Sound. Tim Chisholm.
Happy Pride to Sensible BC.
Oh, here we have some acrobatics coming up soon.
We have, oh yes.
We do. We have
He
our
looks like he's tired. He's
Oh,
had quite the. There we go.
oh,
Like
there
a
they
little
go.
something for the camera. It's all that's left after
just a little wave.
smoking pot the entire parade route.
And we have our fine fit friends from Tantra Fitness. Tantra Fitness is the best pole dance studio in Greater Vancouver with 2 locations to serve you in Gastown and Richmond. Tantra Fitness is open to men, women, and anything in between, with classes ranging from pole dancing and silks to lap dancing and erotica. There's a little something for everyone. Tantra also offers private lessons and parties. You can go to tantrafitness.com to find out about everything tantric.
I was also doing that at the street party the other night.
I do not doubt that,
saw
Barb.
you.
Yeah. In my bud leaf.
Just Barb and the pole.
Just Barb and the pole.
It's okay, kids. It's just Barb and the
You
pole.
don't see those two something. And anyway, we've got next coming up the BC Drugs
Drug
and Poison Information Center. And of course, they're available 24 hours a day for advice and information. Many poisonings can be prevented, folks. It only takes a minute to learn how to prevent a poisoning and what to do if it happens. Don't guess, be sure.
Very important stuff. And we've also got the Rainbow Refugee Society. Founded in 2000, Rainbow Refugee is a Vancouver-based community group that supports and advocates for people seeking refugee protection because of persecution based on sexual orientation, gender identity, or HIV+ status. Rainbow Refugees Gender Superheroes are all LGBTQ people facing persecution around the world who are bravely fighting for freedom. Their theme is Hands Across the Rainbow, Hands Across the World, because the fight for queer human rights must include everyone, not just some of us. One is not free until we all are free. Join them in supporting queer rights worldwide.
And we've
we
got
have Vanopoly.
Rent Check Bang Bang, Babe Bang rather, in your screens now, of course. They're a body positive, sex positive amateur strip night that happens the last Wednesday of every month at the Astoria. Open to all genders and bodies with a top prize of $500. Babe Bang.
And we have vanpoly.ca, and Vanpoly is a Vancouver area polyamory support group. And it involves openness to multiple loving relationships with honesty, openness, and consent among all partners. Our growing community has a variety of regular discussion and social events, and they are LGBTQ and hetero with all the genders and orientations welcome.
They're having fun too.
Yeah, visit them online at vanpoly.ca.
And we've got our group from Amazon right there as well, representing the Amazon Vancouver office. Here are some of their employees living diversity in the workplace.
And the English-based swim club. 25 years ago this weekend, Vancouver was spellbound for the first time. The gay games were being held outside of the U.S. as Vancouver's LGBTQ community hosted athletes from all over the world at Celebration 90 at Gay Games 3. This year, they present some of the more memorable and fun aspects of the 1900 swimming competition. I do believe that should read 1990. The English-based swim club is one of many very, very well-known and really quite big sports organizations in our community.
And they put on some great social events as well.
Boy, did they ever.
News 1130?
And yeah, News 1130 is our fun. Oh, they are our fun police apparently for the day.
Oh, they are.
From
okay.
the looks of things, though, I would say that of the 600,000 to 700,000 people that are here at Vancouver's Pride Parade celebration, they're not the only ones having fun.
Oh, they're looking good doing it.
Wow, look at this! Look at this one.
We've
coming
got
along.
a colorful float coming up with a big video screen.
Not any video screen. It's a giant telephone.
Is it?
It's a giant cell phone.
Is that right?
See the red dot?
Wow.
And we're just going to shake, shake, shake. They're telling you that would. Oh, this would be the Taylor Swift contingent then.
Oh, okay.
But we're going to tell you
Can't
who
wait
it
to
is
see
coming
who
up
they
shortly.
are. Yeah. Now, is that the?
We can't quite tell who it is
We can't
yet.
tell who it is.
Kiss Radio.
Oh, it is.
Looks like it's Kiss
Is
Radio.
it Kiss? It is Kiss Radio. Kiss FM?
Kiss FM, one of Vancouver's many radio voices.
They just snuck them into our list here, I think, Barb. Yeah, they were an add-on. So yeah. Oh, look at the kissing and everything.
They're not wasting any. Like, wow.
Right.
I mean, wow.
Right with
and
the
it's
logo.
Kiss for the Kiss Cam, everybody.
They got their theme.
Make
okay.
sure you kiss for the Kiss Cam, as you can see
Pucker
it
up,
coming
crowd.
up. Wow, those two are going
they
at
are.
it. Happy Pride to everybody. And it is, of course, hashtag KissCam. So if you see yourself on the giant cell phone on their float,
Pucker up.
make sure you pucker up.
Get yourself on the screen. Give them a big kiss.
They have spared no expense with this float. And
Yep.
of course, it is Kiss Radio hit music. Make sure you kiss for the Kiss Cam.
Make some noise right now!
There's a pretty little boy who wants you to kiss for the Kiss Cam too, isn't he?
He shouldn't have any trouble in this crowd.
Oh, look at him trying desperately. He wants people to give this. Oh, he's trying to get our camera guys involved in this.
Shouts out to everybody in the patios up here. We see you. Happy Pride 20. My name is Randy Tracy, the Kim Carson Show.
But that's a great concept for a float.
It really is.
And we have Red Truck Beer. Red Truck Beer, founded in 2005, and Red Truck Beer is one of BC's premier craft breweries, winning numerous awards for its outstanding, carefully crafted brews. Built on the values of a simpler time when a handshake and a contract and a beer was always brewed honestly by everyday, hard-working people. Red Truck has grown from humble beginnings in its original North Vancouver location to a new state-of-the-art brewery in the heart of Brewery Creek, minutes from downtown Vancouver. Let's hear it for Red Truck Beer. Now we have Pride in Life coming up soon.
Got boobs? Check them regularly?
Got balls, check them regularly.
Absolutely.
Love the skin I'm in is their motto.
No. And of course, this is the Canadian Cancer Society. Boom, kapow. Look at the superheroes, of course.
Oh, yes.
Here comes Captain Daffodil and the cancer fighters on the Canadian Cancer Society's Pride in Life float. With their epic dance moves and cheeky t-shirts, these superheroes are encouraging you to live a healthy lifestyle. And the society has been working hard, very hard actually, over the few past years rather, engaging the local LGBTQ2+ community. Visit them at their Pride in Life booth at Sunset Beach after the parade. Remember, even superheroes check themselves. The Canadian Cancer Society.
And remember their Daffodil campaign. Okay, and they've got a great float here, the Port of Metro Vancouver. And Port Metro Vancouver is Canada's largest port, a proud, diverse workforce, and a leader in environmental stewardship. Approximately $184 billion in goods is traded annually with more than 160 trading economies, generating across Canada an estimated 100,000 jobs. Port Metro Vancouver always aims to balance benefits with the social and environmental impacts that we represent on their float.
And of course, Canada Place.
Of course.
And here come the bouncing balls of the Vancouver Gay Volleyball Association, the VGVA. They're always very, very colorful. There's Joel and one of the many people involved. And they've been providing educational, recreational, and competitive level of volleyball play since 1979. With 5 different skill levels, from recreational to an open level of competition, the VGVA provides a gay positive environment to any person regardless of their gender or orientation. Check them out at vgva.com for more info.
And they throw some of the best parties in town.
And there's Elizabeth May.
And the Green Party of Canada. Greens are proud supporters of LGBTQ rights, and all Green parties share 6 key values: celebration of diversity, social justice, nonviolence, participatory democracy, sustainability, and ecological wisdom. Today, they're led by MP Elizabeth May, leader of the Green Party of Canada.
And a variety of
Local candidates include?
We've got, of course, Vancouver East, Lynn Cornby for Burnaby North Seymour, Claire Martin for North Van, Kem Melamed for West Van, Sunshine Coast, Sea to Sky Country, and many other great candidates. They're joined, of course, by Pete Fry in there somewhere.
Yes, there's a whole list of local candidates. Wow, look at them.
I like the presentation. The Green Party's very well organized.
They are very well organized. Say happy Pride to the Green Party, folks.
And of course, they are joined by Peter Fry, of course, BC Green candidate for Vancouver Mount Pleasant. And the Vancouver Greens are led by Vancouver City Councillor Adrian Carr. And here comes Adrian.
And she's been a long-time participant in the Vancouver Pride Parade.
Right. And of course, Pete Fry. His mother has been a very
There's
long
Adrian
time.
Carr.
But there's Pete. And this, of course, is the Green Party of Canada. Adrian, you're looking beautiful today, darling. All dressed up. You got her beautiful tutu going. And it's the Vancouver Aquarium coming up. We love the aquarium.
Yes, they've got some great new exhibits this year.
Look at the jellyfish.
Oh, the jellyfish exhibits are amazing, too.
And of course, your Vancouver Aquarium proudly supports the diversity of life. Belugas, penguins, sea otters, and 50,000 other aquatic creatures awaiting your arrival at Canada's largest aquarium. Don't miss your last chance to see the insides and outsides of mysterious aquatic creatures Sea Monsters revealed the exhibition on now until September 7th. Located minutes from downtown in the heart of Stanley Park, the Vancouver Aquarium is open to visitors from around the world 365 days a year.
And right behind the jellyfish is Starbucks Coffee. And Starbucks is a proud member of the community and supporting Vancouver customers since 1987, inspiring and nurturing human spirit one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time.
And here's the Foundation of Hope, who are doing amazing, amazing work. Foundation of Hope was created in 2013 as a result of a small group coming together to support 2 Syrian refugees. And we got Fiona Forbes on the side. Oh, she's out in the middle of the parade.
Justin, it's Fiona. Quick
How
interview.
you doing? It's been forever.
I know. Why was it important for you to be at Pride today, Justin?
Listen, this is an extraordinary celebration. 650,000 people celebrating what's best about Canada. Our openness, our diversity, just the extraordinary optimism that pulls us together. I had to be here today. Stephen Harper wasn't going to get me to break my word to be here today.
Absolutely. And of course, the writ was dropped this morning. The election's going to be on October. Feeling going into the election?
I feel great. Listen, we've got an extraordinary team right here, an extraordinary plan. We know 10 years of Stephen Harper hasn't created the economic growth Canada needs. We're focused on growing the middle class and helping people out.
Justin, thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, happy Pride.
Here comes Justin. Happy Pride. Thank you.
We did it last year. Let's do it again.
I photobombed you.
That's my best. All right, and this, of course, is the Liberal Party of Canada contingent. Stephen Harper, of course, this morning dropped the writ, and we are into another election, folks. But this is the Vancouver Pride Parade, the 37th annual Pride Parade, so we're going to get back to it.
And the Liberal Party of Canada, we have
Fiona.
Dr. Hetty Fry.
That's my ex.
Dr. Hetty Fry is honored, humbled, to be proud to represent Vancouver Centre as our Member of Parliament. She's a fierce advocate of LGBTQ2+ rights and is first becoming elected 22 years ago and is the current health critic of the Liberal Party of Canada. Dr. Fry has now participated in 23 Pride parades and is proud to march for equality with friends, community members, and our allies. It is with pride that Dr. Fry and the Federal Liberal Party celebrate this progress of the queer community and has made in gaining equality for citizens at this proud country since the first Vancouver Pride 37 years ago in the summer of 1978. There's
she
Dr. Hetty
is.
Fry,
Dr.
looking good.
Hetty
God
Fry.
bless you.
Happy Pride, Hetty.
Madam Nibs is in the house celebrating. I don't know how many. Hetty loves her Pride parades, and every year it's a big deal when she comes up
She
with
has
the designs.
great outfits all through the years.
And of course, this is a Loud Business. Look out for the dancing pink umbrellas from Loud Business, everybody. They're an organization founded on 3 pillars of networking, community, and philanthropy. And their own charity, the Loud Foundation, raises money and awards and annual scholarships to students in our community. 7 of them this year, including the Jim Diva Scholarship. Find out more at loudbusiness.com.
Can we just interrupt for a moment to mention the fact that I just got hugged by Justin Trudeau?
Oh, yes.
And breathe again,
Oh.
Fee.
And he kissed
Be
you.
still my beating heart.
Big kiss in the cheek there. Look at that. Whoa.
And of course, we have the Denman Place Mall. And they're proud to be a part of Pride 2015 and fans of Pride. Happy Pride from your West End neighborhood mall.
Wonderful to see the Denman Mall. You know, growing up in Vancouver, Denman Place Mall, it's just never changed. I love it.
It's still there. It's looking
still
good.
there, looking good. Lots of great new businesses in it. And of course, the West Enders showing their support as well.
And that's a great looking banana they have.
I beg your pardon.
That's Joe's No Frills.
I said, what? There's
There
a
they are.
banana
Look,
where?
look. That's a great banana for Joe's
I
No
wasn't-
Frills.
wasn't quite sure what you were talking about for a minute there, Angus. It is the Pride Parade.
You just never know.
And the West Ender,
The
of
West
course,
Ender,
going by.
look at their
I think
contingent.
it's like Tron.
Look at good.
The Tron drag queen.
Yes.
And the UFCW 1518 supports Pride as one of our union representatives.
Which is fantastic.
The solidarity.
Is this the... have we got here?
We've got the
Trying to
Unite
figure
here.
who we
BC
have here.
Elementary School Teachers Association.
If we've got the union contingents coming through, I can't quite see
I
them.
think we have a real mix here. We've got
We do.
we've got the UFCW 1518 supports Pride.
Sure.
UFCW.
the steel
Unite
workers.
Here, Local 40. Thank you. Thank you for showing your support for Pride today. And now we've got the Canadian Federation of Students of British Columbia coming up.
Sounds like we have fireworks going on.
Work
I
it,
don't
work
know
it.
what's happening.
It's quite a contingent. It's a real mix here. We
And
have
then we've got QP's Hospital Employees Union as well, the HEU, wearing their rainbow flags.
This is multi-union Pride, and they represent over 3 million union workers and many millions more of non-union workers. Union benefits become non-union benefits. We are all affected by our struggles with the federal government. Take away our sick leave? Hell no, they say.
and they've got a real mix of contingents here. You have to watch carefully on the screen. We've got everybody represented here.
The PSAC.
Yes.
Yep, we've got the Public
Services
Alliance of Canada.
The union contingent here at the Vancouver Pride Society, the Vancouver Pride Parade, put on by the Vancouver Pride Society, is always huge. And hundreds strong, if not thousands, of people that march in the parade each and every year, representing all the various great unions that we have here in British Columbia.
BCGEU coming up next, showing their support and waving their flags for the community.
They have a large rainbow colored bus coming this way, and I think that's part of their contingent as well. The
Yes.
BCEG, it is, yes.
It is. It is part of BCGEU. And also, we wanted to mention Unifor. They're standing up for human rights and the rights of workers. It's fundamental to what they do and who they are as a union. An injury to one is an injury to all, and their solidarity depends on it. They have LGBTQ members, and they know that their union belongs to them as much as it belongs to everyone. And that is Unifor coming right up.
Here they
Look
are
at
now,
this
yes.
old classic.
Oh my gosh, you remember
Classic
those?
Classic.
Yes, with the Beach Avenue.
Isn't that fantastic?
An old Vancouver City bus. This one isn't that old, actually. This would be from, not that I was alive.
Come on, Barb. We weren't
Yeah.
born until 1980. How would
Exactly.
we know?
And this is still part of
Exactly.
Unifor, I believe.
It is,
Yep.
yeah.
Yes.
But great to see that old bus.
It
That brings
is
back
amazing.
memory. Do you guys go to Expo 86? Can I get on there?
Yeah, always a big turnout for the union contingent.
And of course, QPBC. They're coming up as well.
And-
QPBC is the British Columbia division of the Canadian Union of Public Employees with more than 85,000 members in communities all over British Columbia. QPBC is the largest union in the province, representing workers in sectors like municipalities, K to 12, and colleges and universities, libraries, community social services, and healthcare. And parks and recreation workers, you can see from their float. QPBC has been a leader in the fight for equality for decades, and they've been a longtime supporter of Pride here in Vancouver and all over British Columbia. And thank you to all of our unions who came out to show their support today. We didn't get a chance to mention everybody.
And the union of, here we've got the Canadian Union of Postal Workers coming up. Gay is indeed okay, and most definitely on a sunny Sunday afternoon on a long weekend here in Vancouver. Co-op Radio.
Co-op Radio. They've got a big rig. That's
They
pretty
do,
cool.
they do.
They've got our statement of the day. They got a big rig.
A big rig. Also known as flatbeds.
And of course, home to Fruit Salad Radio.
Yep. And we wanted to say happy 40th anniversary to Vancouver Co-op Radio.
Yes.
Celebrating diversity and community, building on the airwaves since 1975 with nearly 100 shows and 10 languages represented. 400 volunteers produce creative and engaging programming for communities whose voices are underrepresented in the mainstream media. 1 100.5 FM challenges systems of oppression by promoting progressive social and economic change, as well as equal opportunities and outcomes for all. Discover Co-op Radio today. You can go to coopradio.org.
Happy 40th.
Happy 40th anniversary.
Pole dancing seems to be an unofficial theme at this year's Vancouver
It
Pride
does.
Parade. Lots of color and pageantry, as
Rainbow
always
Alliance
here.
for the Deaf. BRAD, the British Columbia Rainbow Alliance of the Deaf, is a social and educational organization for deaf, deafened, hard of hearing, and deaf-blind people who are gender and sexual minorities and their hearing allies. BCRAD hosts accessible and inclusive events and workshops, and they invite people who seek queer and trans-friendly spaces to socialize in American Sign Language. They also serve as a resource for organizations and event planners throughout BC who are looking to become more accessible to the deaf queer community. They invite both longtime members of the deaf community and new signers seeking inclusive spaces to practice ASL to join them at their regular social events, which they have throughout the year. And I think next up is Urban Fair.
It is Urban
is
Fair.
indeed Urban Fair.
And they're one of the sponsors of this year's Pride.
Fantastic to see them. One of my favorite places to buy groceries.
And we've got,
They've
I
got-
love the buggies. Of course, got all the buggies, as you'll see coming into, coming into picture right now. And here they come, the official food store of Pride. Urban Fair is a very, very proud gold sponsor of the Pride Parade and Festival. With 4 stores in downtown Vancouver and 1 in Kelowna, Urban Fair has everything you need to celebrate Pride with good taste, and they have free air conditioning. Definitely a plus when you're having your shopping experience in this weather.
Absolutely.
They've got courage, love, strength.
Work to the front lines at BC Ferries. They are the hard workers that get you back and forth safely to all our coastal communities. Today, the captain of the ship is none other than Connie Smudge's sister, Captain Vicky Smudge.
See, I was
Yeah.
almost there.
Very close.
Close, but no banana.
You know what, though? If it's Vicky Smudge, I'm not in that much trouble.
You did well,
I
Barb.
thought the voice sounded very, very
You were
familiar.
not far off. Remember to sail with the ferry workers and cruise the straits with them.
Next, we have the Drama Natrix Productions, and they produce. Wow, do you have it? Performing in October at Studio 1398 on Granville Island, The It Girl is a roaring 1920s black and white musical that'll make you want to jump out of your seat and do the Charleston. Buy your tickets today at brownpapertickets.com.
Of course, you see the Sea of Blue coming up. Let's celebrate Pride with RBC. Members and allies of the Pride Employee Resource Group at RBC Royal Bank are proud to participate again in the parade this year. RBC and its employees promote inclusiveness throughout the company, volunteer at community events, and donate to several charities and organizations in the LGBTQ community. Their policies support LGBTQ communities have been recognized by the Human Rights Campaign, naming RBC one of the best places to work for LGBTQ equality. They also like to move it, move it, move it.
They do.
And they have participated in the Vancouver Pride Parade for many years, with their first appearance way back in 1998. Happy Pride from RBC Royal Bank.
Looking
Excellent
good,
stuff.
RBC.
Is this a Vancouver Alternative Fashion Week?
It is Vancouver Alternative Fashion Week. That's you, Barb.
And it is, of course, their police are here today handing out fashion crime tickets to our Pride attendees. This year, Vault 2015 is moving to the Chinese Cultural Center from Friday, November 20th to the 22nd. Vault, that is VALT 2015, provides Vancouver wildly explosive underground art scene with a unique departure from typical arts affairs. And you can check them out at valt.ca.
Excellent. And next we have the UBC, my alma mater, Faculty of Education. The University of British Columbia's Faculty of, I think it's the Faculty of Medicine we have. Which faculty is it? Who are
Faculty
you?
of Education. I think it's a little bit of everything.
It is
It
a
is a
little bit
faculty.
of everything.
Get your faculties together.
Your
I've got to
faculty's
get
straight.
my faculty straight. Of course, UBC continues to support its LGBTQ staff and students and patients as they march for the 6th year in a row at the Vancouver Pride Parade. Nice to see them. UBC, of course, supporting the 37th annual Vancouver Pride Parade.
And of course,
next we have the Fighting Chance Productions coming up, and fighting over the past 8 years, Ovation, CTC, and Hero Award winning company Fighting Chance Productions has been responsible for bringing high-quality, intimate live theater productions to Lower Mainland audiences. Recent hits include Rent, The Laramie Project, Spring Awakening, and The Rocky Horror Show. This August, they'll bring Jesus Christ Superstar to the Waterfront Theater on Granville Island.
You know, we've got a little bit of a luau happening with Ruby's
Ruby's
Ukes.
Ruby's Ukes. Find
Yes.
out what the buzz is about. Who doesn't love ukuleles and a
love
parade?
them.
Put them through, mind blown. I'm just like, I'm ready to blow.
You can't get mad when there's a ukulele around.
No, and
you
they
know?
are plinking with pride.
You're blinking with pride for sure. That's the best. That's the best.
Hashtag plinking with pride.
And we've got IATSE coming up here. They are, of course, the union behind entertainment. When you see film productions, you see all the film and TV that's done right here in Vancouver. IATSE are behind it.
The International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees.
They are, of course.
If you
working
don't
hard.
see IATSE, you're not seeing a film.
Barb, you're hired.
Did you tell I worked in film for many years?
Yes. And also, of course, keeping with the entertainment community, we have ACTRA and UBCP.
Yep,
coming
the
up as well.
UBCP. Yep.
Yep. All
IATSE,
the
the
actors
Directors
unions.
Guild, Directors Guild,
Motion,
the Local 669, the
BC's
BC
Motion Picture Industry celebrates diversity and supports the LGBTQ community.
Yes, and of course, the film business is booming in Vancouver right now. There are pluses to having the low dollar. Everybody comes to film here again, and we become Hollywood North again,
It's
which
never
is,
been
of course,
busier.
great. So thank you to everybody in BC's motion picture industry who works so hard.
And they've got more than 85,000 members in communities all over BC, like QP.
Amazing.
And they've got lots of people. Here they come.
And we have
Oh, it's QP.
the QPBC.
And it's QPBC.
They certainly are. It's QP. They are here. QPBC, as we mentioned before, is the British Columbia division of the Canadian Union of Public Employees. They've got over 85,000 members of QP all over British Columbia, and they are the largest union in the province, representing workers in sectors like municipalities, K-12, colleges and universities, libraries, community social services, and of course, last but not least, healthcare and parks and recreation workers, as you can see from their floats, with all their hard workers. So thank you for QP for supporting the Pride Parade today.
See the UBC Faculty of Medicine, UBC's Faculty of Medicine rather, which continues to support its LGBTQ staff, students, and patients as they march for the 6th year in a row in the Vancouver Pride Parade. UBC Medicine continues to train doctors who are experts in healthcare topics specific to the LGBTQ community, and they are proud to emphasize equal provision of care to everyone, regardless of gender identity, expression, or sexual orientation. The UBC Faculty of Medicine, and of course, they have a mentorship network to support LGBTQ students.
And right behind them is Labatt's Breweries of Canada. And Bud Light's crisp, clean, refreshing taste and superior drinkability make it a popular drink everywhere, from backyard barbecues to black soirees, making it the #1 beer in North America and brewed since 1982. It's a sure sign of a good time. Bud Light is the part of Labatt's Brewery Canada. Labatt would like to thank all their partners along Davie Street for their continued support. And here's to another amazing year. #Bud Light Living.
Okay, you know what?
They're having a lot of fun.
They look like they're having way too much
Their
fun.
breakfast was Bud Light, basically.
This is the party float, folks.
Oh, hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Look at them and all sorts of people. This is what Pride seems to be all about. That's it.
Yes.
Here's your money shot.
Just fly your Pride flag and get out there and have some fun. And now I think we've got the folks from Nordstrom.
We've got out on campus SFU as well.
Yes, and
And just in case you didn't know by now, I happen to be a big fan of Nordstrom, and they're opening in Pacific Center. Nordstrom Pacific Center and its employees are proud to sponsor and participate in the 37th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade. As a company, Nordstrom is committed to recognizing and celebrating the diversity found among its employees, customers, and communities. The company embraces a philosophy of inclusion in serving customers and creating a workplace where every employee and vendor feels welcome and respected. Nordstrom Pacific Center officially opens its doors on Friday, September the 18th, and the store team is looking forward to serving the Vancouver community.
Yes, and speaking of Pacific Center is Vancouver's premier shopping destination featuring Holt Renfrew, Harry Rosen, All Saints, Kate Spade, New York, Ted Baker London, Michael Kors, Apple, and so much more.
Now here comes the Odyssey float, and we are proud to welcome back the Odyssey, which has been was closed for 5 years, found a new home, and it is back. And we've got DJ Dom up there DJing for us in his superheroes outfit. And if you haven't had a chance to make it down to the Odyssey, it is absolutely gorgeous, and they recreated a lot of what the original Odyssey look and feel was from its old location on Hornby.
Yes.
Hornby. And of course now they are located down at West Hastings and Granville. Check out the Odyssey.
Great
and
new
of course,
location.
Check them out
and
at the Odyssey nightclub.
we had a great time at the opening the other night, didn't we, Barb?
Oh, it was amazing. It was a
fabulous.
great time.
Great to see the O back in town. And next up is McLaren Housing Society of BC. Their vision is to provide safe, secure, affordable housing and support services for individuals and families living with HIV or AIDS to increase the opportunity for health, wellness, independent living, and a sense of community. They work with families and individuals in BC living with HIV and AIDS who have low or limited income, are inadequately housed or at risk of homelessness, and may require additional resources to maintain suitable housing and shelter based on individual needs.
Next, we have PLIA's Community Services of BC. It's an accredited not-for-profit charitable community services agency that has operated throughout BC for 30 years. They deliver services to children, youth, adults, and families who face significant challenges. They adapt programs to suit each individual's needs, strengths, and circumstances. As a result, they are known for enabling those that need help to lead fulfilling lives in their communities. Let's hear it for PLIA.
Plenty of color, and of course the Museum of Vancouver bringing up, coming in right behind them with plenty of color, and they connect Vancouverites to each other and connect Vancouver to the world. The museum is a gathering place that encourages social engagement and inspires conversation about the future. You would know it by the giant silver crab located out front.
Yes, absolutely.
And to visit the Museum of Vancouver in Vanier Park before September 7th to experience the Happy Show and an exhibition about civic engagement in an effort to better understand our city and all cities. MOV spells mauve.
And they've got all that great old neon from the past in Vancouver.
That they do.
It's a great
So
display.
cool.
And I can hear some sound coming up here. I think we have the Rainbow Concert Band coming up soon.
The Vancouver version.
The Vancouver
We saw
version.
Seattle's
and it's-
earlier.
Yes, and it's an outlet for LGBT people who are looking for a safe and supportive environment to practice and perform music. The repertoire includes jazz, classical, tradition, concert music, band music, pop tunes, and Broadway musicals. Sounding good. Sounding good. The band plays a key role in supporting community events such as these and continues to provide queer night out for individuals to participate in.
And I just see, look there, you've got the BC Lions cheerleaders in the middle of all of this.
They are.
Wow.
Note the lesbian points out the cheerleaders.
Interesting.
Good eye, Barb.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for
We
the
have a-
37th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade. We would like to thank you for watching and thank everyone who marched in the parade today. And a
Amazing.
Big shout out to all the volunteers who participate in Pride and make this
Absolutely.
kind of thing happen.
Absolutely, and a big shout out to all the people that weren't able to make it down today for various reasons, and you can catch it on our broadcast. Happy Pride, Vancouver!
Happy Pride, Vancouver!